That's like which is
well, that's not going to charge the mic.
No, I know.
But we have other mics.
Yeah, you wanna? Hey guys, what's up everybody? Benjamin, Chris, good to see you. Dies. And
put in the receiver, right? Like what?
No, you have to prepare it to All right, we're just setting up. Let's see. Things ready to go. Give us one more. Can you still hear us okay? We just plugged in the mic because the mic was dying.
Why are there two batteries in this?
Because there's one for this, yeah.
I think it's that battery that's dead.
Yeah.
Right, not this one.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's not going to do it over there.
That's the problem. Okay. We need to swap it. Or we can... I don't have things like that.
Let me grab a plug, and then I'll grab... All right. Good.
We're getting there.
Very well, good. Signal guy.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
We need to just stream. You guys can still hear us. Hello from India. All right. Make sure everything is running okay. Okay. All right. Guys, we're hanging out in the Smithy today. We're doing some stuff. A set of quick tongs from we're back. Sorry, guys. All right, so I think work on draw out the reins a little bit more. So I'm going to throw these in the forge, and I'll be working on one after the other. What I think I might do actually is like, and put the rivet in. All right. Yes. It's not that.
No, it's
not great. Yeah. What's that?
You have a couple of koozies in your cooler?
I do. No, I do not. But I have koozies. Australia, what's up? I know. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry about the reception. I don't know why. My phone has plenty of bars. That's why I'm actually doing it from my phone. Internet or hotspot call. That might be it. Yeah, I could try that. We'll try that. That's the thing. It's not. My phone is running from internet. My phone is running from its own internet. It's not. That's the reception. Is my phone. So I'm not. The only thing that's on my hotspot is my computer, which I'm watching the live stream from. But that's not. That doesn't matter. It's my own phone connection. I'm not sure why. I guess I could try hooking up my phone to the hotspot. Try that. I'll try it. See how it works.
Not frill. Not the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking what I could try. Maybe try pulling the hotspot from my phone. Or actually using the hotspot. Hey, Dennis, what's up, man? All right, how are we looking? Let's see. All right. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. We'll see how this works. If this works better, that'd be great. Yeah, okay. 5, 6798. After Adam. Appreciate that. I'll try that if this isn't working.
Alright, here's your bulking hammer back. I borrowed that while you were on vacation.
Yeah, this is the other one.
These big bulky everything I find is small, like in the half-pound or less range.
Right. All right, how we doing, guys? Looks like we got at least something. Quality's not great, at least not on this end, but maybe it's better for you guys out there.
I mean, it's at least working, so we'll call that a win.
All right. see how long my phone battery lasts. It's about 50%, and I can't charge at the same time because, you know, the new iPhones don't actually have a charging port and a headphone jack. So I had to use a splitter, and the splitter isn't working. Fun stuff. All right. How we looking, guys? We got 22 people watching. All right, cool. Not skipping or cutting out anymore. Okay, that's good. That works. Progress. That's what we're looking for. Progress. See, if anybody's any questions, just drop them into the comments. We'll pop over. We're going to be working on some quick tongs. Working on setting up some quick tongs. I have 5 sets here. I have the flat jaw tongs. These are actually what Sean's working on. So these all come like laser cut or water jet cut, and then you put them together yourself. So you save a bunch of money.
These are what they end up looking like.
Yeah. So this is a slot jaw tong. They're all flat, which is nice. So I'm working on the pickup tongs, which are just straight. And Sean's working on his
Flat jaw tongs.
flat jaw.
Do you have a pair of pliers you'd like to use for twisting hot metal? Something like a pipe wrench or something like that.
Sure.
Like you pull anything from over there.
All right. Still in shape after 2 years. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to try them out. I've been picking up tongs from like yard sales and stuff, and using things like this, you know, which are not exactly what I want, but they work pretty well. I like them. They have a slot in the front, which is kind of nice. And I really should just buy a bunch of tongs or make more tongs. But for now, I thought it'd be kind of nice to get a couple pairs of tongs. And since, you know, forging is my hobby, I got to just decide how much money to spend, right? Old jaw tongs, yeah. I'm drinking Guinness Blonde, brewed here in Baltimore. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Shiner's Ruby Redbird.
Got Guinness Blonde and I have Natty Bow. What's up, Marilyn Dave? See you, brother. All right. Getting there. So I'm just trying to stretch it out. Go out and rest. I kind of want to stretch out the rings a little bit too. Since they're just pickup, they can be a little bit, they potential for them being spring or something. All right.
I left mine fairly short. Like I didn't draw them out very far.
Audience and awesome. Oh yeah. But yeah, you squared them up
Has a little bit
this.
just I just rounded the corners over a bit.
Right.
Made them comfortable with my hand.
That's right. We got them together, right? Of course.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Drink Miller's. All right. There is colored Damascus. You have to put different types of steel in. So if you do copper, you can do Kumai, or you could do just copper Damascus. And actually, if you check out Tyrell Knife Works, you look on his channel, he just did some Damascus with copper in it. So you can put copper, and obviously you get light and dark, light gray, dark gray, middle grays, depending on the type of steel you're using. if you want to put some color in, you can put in some copper. You're welcome, my friend. We're working on tongs. So I have some sets of rapid tongs which come laser cut, flat, and then you shape them and rivet them together on your own. So I'm working on a pair of pickup tongs like this. These are Sean's, which he already made, so they come basically flat. So pickup tongs or scroll tongs. I'm working on that, and Sean's working on the flat jaw tongs.
There's always scrap steel lying around to hold paper down. Yeah. So these sets of tongs, you can buy them in a 3 or 5. I don't know where Dustin got his. I got mine from Ken's Custom Irons. It was a set of 5 tongs. They send you the rivet as well. So once you do the shaping, you just drill a hole in it and then rivet it together. But it's a fairly economical way to both get practice at making tongs without having to do the whole thing from scratch. 5 sets of tongs for under $60. 50.
Yeah, mine were about the same. I can't remember. It was close to that. Probably after tax and whatnot, it was 55, something like that. But they work. Both, then you put them together and kind of look at it, make small adjustments.
So if you guys are watching, let us know, particularly you knife makers out there, what are your favorite types of tongs for knife making? I have on my list Tijarn blacksmith from, God, I can't remember where it's from either.
Brazil, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, it's not great. We're gonna keep on going. So this is the Chayo handle. This is the 60 kilogram one. That's 100. It's a little bit closer to 125, I think. This is a $300 handle from Amazon. You can get. There's like the 55-pound one, which is one.
Yeah, there's the smaller one, which is the one I have at home. That's it's I think comes in around 60 pounds. A little heavier than the Harbor Freight one, but
yeah.
According to Christ-Centered Ironworks, a significantly better anvil than the Harbor Freight 55-pound one,
right.
And not exorbitantly priced. I think the smaller one's only 130, 125.
Yeah, I mean, for what you're getting, it's a better. You get a good horn, you know, like a flat horn and a round horn. You get a hardy hole and a Pritchett hole, and all the same. I got this one for the 50 kilogram one, I guess. I forget. And I I saw this one, and it wasn't actually available for a while. They weren't available, and I saw one pop up, and so I got it. And then this I got. This is a knife maker's handle. This is about 225 pounds. And I got that from, or no, I'm sorry, it's not a knife, it's a saw maker's handle. And I got it from an actual saw sharpening shop in Baltimore. So that one's nice and heavy and really hard. The face of these are supposed to be really hard because with saw maker's handles, you're working on flat saws, and you don't really have to worry about like actual mission. So we're still going.
Yeah, we're still good.
Still live. The nice thing about working on tongs is you have two of them. You go back and forth between the two.
You're just drawing out the tips right now, narrowing it down. Or if it's still the fact that we're not using soft fire bricks. Hey Mauricio, welcome. From Brazil.
From Brazil. Welcome anyone and everyone today, especially on this awesome first day of the Olympics.
watches them at our house too.
Leave me zero stuff, you know? Just like all this information in our world, and just what the Olympics do, what they stand for. Pretty cool. Alright. We're back. Alright, everybody. How's it going? We got 17 people hanging out with us right now. So we have a wireless mic up here above us. We'll try to talk toward it so you guys can hear us okay. My phone, if the battery gets low, I might have to unplug it, and then we'll have to use the phone microphone. But we'll do what we can. It's okay. We'll still talk with you guys and hang out. It might not be great, but it's just showing we're working on. Tong making here in the forge, just a chance to hang out with everybody.
It's such a beautiful day.
Oh, it's like, perfect out.
It's July in Baltimore, and I'm not.
Oh yeah, July is usually in the 90s every day, and today it's 80s, low 80s. It was in the 70s this morning. It's nice. Un5678 says it's just a solar charge. It has the lightning jack. It has the lightning cable. I have to use an adapter, which is this, to actually use the microphone and charge at the same time. Right? So it has lightning and a headphone jack, and then lightning on one end. So using this to use charging and headphone jack at the same time to run here is just not working. It's working with just a regular adapter, but not with a splitter adapter. So that's why it's not working. Just can't charge it. So what I'll do is when my phone starts to die, I'll just plug in the phone. I wonder how close I have to be now.
Called pads for a reason.
That's a good idea. There's some type of wireless charger.
So if the stream ends at some point and I still have time, I did bring all of my dull drill bits.
Oh, nice.
Particularly the 3/4 inch ones that I no longer have a functioning drill bit for anymore.
I definitely appreciate the suggestions, though, guys. I do want to try to figure something out. It's not ideal. I mean, the other option is just to get a better camera and hook it up directly to my computer. So then it's just a camera coming from the computer, and then we can run speakers and
That's
whatnot.
the idea. Get like a webcam that would attach directly to your computer.
Right. And then do it that way. Bluetooth mic, yep. Yeah, it is a Bluetooth mic, but it's...
Well, then we have multiple options to plug in.
I don't know. That's, yeah, like, webcams are not expensive. Like, I can get a decent webcam for, whatever. I'm guessing, but it can't be that expensive.
So this hammer is one that Dustin gave me for birthday, Christmas, something.
Atha.
Is that what it is? Atha?
Yep, A inside the circle. Here's another one.
Inside the horseshoe, right? Well, you gave me the other one.
Yeah. I just picked this one up. This is I won't say what it is, but same thing, a crossbeam, but just smaller. This is like a
Is that a
2
pound?
pound. Yeah.
It's not dissimilar. Like I still need to resurface this one, but that's my pound or pound and a quarter.
Yeah, a little heavier. Maybe it's funny. They're really close, but
It's slightly larger.
Right. It's nice. I mean, it's just a good doing now. Rounding stuff.
Yeah. I need something in between this. Like this is a nice light hammer, particularly if I've been forging for 7 hours and my arm is dead. I can't swing a 3-pound hammer anymore. But I'd like something in between that's just a little more maneuverable.
Right. Yeah. I got something strapping. I got that one, right? One of the.
Yeah,
I guess that same thing.
I've got like 3 hammerheads that need to be handled at home. I just keep not doing it.
That's that metal wedge or something inside there.
Oh, I didn't driven that far down.
That's popping up. Okay. It's not wiggling. That's the main part. I'm like very particular about my axe handles, the wedging. When it comes to hammer handles, I mean, they're so, I don't know. This one's just a wood wedge. It's held really well. I haven't used it a ton, but I like it. I do like having 2 anvils, though.
Yeah, it kept me from having to bring mine over.
Yep. I have a little Harbor Freight down here for the kids when the kids want to hammer on something. Plus that like 80-pound bulky chunk of steel. So guys, if you guys are watching and you are blacksmiths or you forge, what's your favorite type of hammer to use? I'd like to get a good one, and I'd like to buy one. I know that like John from oh shoot, I can't. John Norwood. I can't think of his channel name off the top of my head. But he does some good stuff. Drew's watching. Working time. Let's see how we doing. This down real quick. We're good. It's not bad. That'll keep us good for a while. Keep our mic on, and then that starts to go bad. We'll switch over.
Watching on a meeting. He's not just working, he's actually
in a meeting and watching. So if you guys were not here earlier when I mentioned it, working on a pair of pickup tongs or scroll tongs. Just taking my time because, you know, it's just time out at the forge. But that's what I'm working on. So right now these came flat. I don't have a flat one, but I've been drawing out the tip and rounding it, and then you can see here's Sean's pair. So I'll bend the tines in so they match up in the middle. And I'll do that. And then I won't drill the hole yet. It's not until later maybe. 66, nice. Yeah,
Wiley,
yeah, absolutely.
Wiley, I've got the 66 pound of Chia. It was a significant upgrade from the 8-inch piece of anvil or of railroad track I was using before that.
Yeah, if you're a hobbyist, you just need something that'll work. And I mean, you can use whatever. You know, like if you have a scrap steel yard near you, get a piece of scrap steel, get a piece of railroad track, maul or something. Just something. That's all you need. I mean, I started blacksmithing with just the Harbor Freight anvil, and it worked fine. It wasn't great, but you know, it gave me a hard surface to. Start letting people know you're looking for an anvil. The more people that know about it, the more people will start. Reach out to your local community. It could be that someone's got, like, you know, an old barn or an anvil that was their grandparents, or who knows, just sitting in the yard somewhere. They're just like, you know, annoyed because it's heavy and they can't move it. Take advantage of that.
Might have lost the stream again. No.
It's good?
No, it says low battery. I think it's fine, but
yeah. 22 to 4. There we go. Oh boy, what a beer.
oh hey, that's what I'm drinking too.
Live pleasantly. National Bohemian.
Cheers.
How we set it up when we did the live stream for the 100,000 subscribers, but we went like 4.5 hours without any problems. I guess we did lose the connection at one point. My phone died, and then I replugged it in. But that was my other phone.
I'll still play a little bit. There's got to be a way to do it.
Like I said, I guess we can hook up, you know, like this same type of setup to the computer.
Yeah, I really think, because I don't think your computer camera's going to be worth anything.
Right, exactly.
But I think you can get a decent webcam for sub $50 probably.
Unfi 6798. Where are you from, man? Remember, you might have told us that at the top. Grabbed another Miller. What type of Miller are you drinking? Or is it like Miller High Life? You said Miller, so maybe that's something different. Cheers. He's saying cheers, mate. So, Australia. So I'm assuming Miller's is Miller Light or Miller High Life. Christmas Island, Indian Ocean. And Miller Genuine Draft. Yep. Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean. Oh. Christmas Island. Gotta find that. Let's see. Christmas Island. Let's see where that is. 1,700 kilometers west of Australian mainland. Perth. Okay. Man. Way out there, brother. Holy cow. That's like a teeny tiny little... What's that, Jakarta? Singapore, Malaysia, okay, alright. Whoa. That's crazy, man. I love the fact that we can be talking to people from all around the world. Someone from Christmas Island. Insane. I love it. Alright. Let's see.
How much forging have you done out here so far?
I worked on the chef's knife and
Alright.
forged the I'm gonna do that inside. I was gonna say the spring for the
You did that inside.
that inside.
The Yoto challenge was entirely out here, right?
Yep. That was all outside. I forged. I came out here and just played around one day. A couple days actually.
It's so nice having actual anvils to use.
Yeah.
I really gotta like actually mount mine correctly. I need to spend some time on a new anvil stand.
Yeah. This one, because it's heavy enough, neither of these are actually mounted down. I think with this one, I just need to put some like, just something around the outside, even if it's just like nails or something.
Yeah.
Just to keep it from walking, because it's holding. This one doesn't.
That
do
one
anything.
doesn't go anywhere.
That's heavy on its own.
Until
Same
we
thing. Though. I could just put nails around it.
Until we start
striking.
having a striker with a 15-pound sledge.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's Easter Island is like South America or something. Halloween Island.
I did find when I was drawing mine out on those that you get a good deal of fish lipping at the end, and I from once they were put together and flush.
Yeah, that's what I was just white. White lips. handle. So the Achayo, or that one was about $300. That's the cheap one you can get from Amazon. And the larger one, I paid a lot less than it could have been purchased for, that it would be on the market. Usually anywhere between $4 a pound up to $10 a pound, even some going for higher than that, depending on the anvil. So it all depends on the anvil. If it's a Peter Wright, or if it's Kolsha, or if it's a hay button. Like, if you're going to pay for something that has more history to it, you're going to pay more, depending. This one doesn't have any markings on it, so I'm not sure exactly the one that's behind me that Sean's working on right now. But I got it from a guy here in Baltimore, and paid less than that. About $225, that'd be like $1,000 if it was $4 a pound, which I didn't pay that much. But like I said, that's why you want to kind of reach out to people who know you're looking. Keep the word out looking for an anvil if you're trying to buy one, and hopefully you can pick something up from somebody. I was really honest with the guy when I got this from him. I let him know, what the possibility that he could get for it would be. And he was happy to give it to someone he knew would use it. So I was happy to get it from him. Also, that big chunk of round stock back there on the table, which you can see right next to my orange water bottle, I got from him as well. But again, this one's a great anvil for you're starting out. You don't want to pay so much, even if you're not starting out, it's still a decent anvil. It's not amazing, but it's got a pretty decent surface, and it's cheap enough to the point where if you're starting out and you're not super accurate at this point, you're not going to be really worried about hitting or missing or messing up the surface so much. That's actually why, not why, but one of the reasons I liked using the Harbor Freight anvil as a beginner was because it had a soft surface, so it was going to ding anyway, and so I wasn't too worried about it.
Although I will say, the only downfall to the bigger Achio anvil is that your hardy hole is like 1.25 inches.
Yeah.
And your Pritchell hole is what, about the same? Their 66-pound one is, I think, 3/4.
It's funny because there's a taper. Inside is 1 inch here.
I think it's just bad casting.
1.25 inches or 1.1 inches. But I have to figure that stuff out. But
Yeah, I'd say the taper in there is just bad casting.
right. Yeah, so it's going to take some big tooling. I have a hot cut here, which fortunately will sit inside there because of the way I made it. This is made out of this is like a ball peen, or I guess it's just a regular hammer. It was like split. So this is made out of a hammer that was cracked in the face, was marred,
Oh,
so we
that's
turned
right.
it into a hot cut.
Yeah,
It's not
I
a
think
great
most
one,
of
but
the
it
face
works.
is lost.
I got a good deal because I made it known to people that I was looking for an anvil. And I was honest with the guy, so I did not feel like that stuff. It was a steal.
There's nothing more frustrating as a blacksmith than not having the right tongs to hold what you're working on. Dennis said it good earlier. He's got one set of tongs that he relies on heavily, but the reason it works for everything is because when he's working on Damascus or billets, he just welds a piece of rebar to it. I recently reorganized my shop, and part of the reorganization was to make my welder more accessible so that doing things like that will be less of a pain. Like, it's already out, it's already set up, and it's got to turn it on, turn the gas on, and go, rather than having to pull it out from wherever it's stored and get everything hooked up. So much harder to weld on the right tongs. Or forge weld the right tongs. Steel.
Carrick, what's going on, brother? Leeds, England. All right, nice. Just got up from work, so joining a little late. That's okay. We're working on tongs. These are rapid tongs you can buy online. They come water jet or laser cut. They come flat, and then you do what work you need to them. You forge them out and then put them together, and then you get your tongs. So I'm working on a pair of scrolling tongs or pickup tongs like this, and Sean is working on flat jaw tongs like this that you turn and make them flat so they pull together.
Oh, I was working on throwing tongs on the ground.
Knives and axes for your family. It was great. You girls. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Carrick, Richard, cover the country, you guys. It's actually really beautiful out right now, but we're in Maryland on the east coast of the USA. It's probably, I don't know, 80, 85 maybe probably not 85. It's really nice. It's been really warm recently, so it's nice to have a little bit of a respite. It was in the 70s this morning, so it's probably in the mid to low 80s today. It's really nice. We're in the shadows. Alright, let's see. I'm going to plug in my phone, plug the audio. Go. Just hit 10%, so the audio is going to change a little bit because I just unplugged the Bluetooth and plugged back in the something to do with, I guess, with the hammer or something. I don't know. That's weird looking. Good morning to Soggy Bottom Forge, California. All right. Yeah, it's warm out there today. No, it's been in the, it's been hot. It's been in the 90s here on the East Coast for a while in Maryland. But, it's really nice today. Maui, what's going on? Hawaii. 100 degrees. Alright, let's see. So I need to bring it in and up.
Man, whereabouts in California are you? That's hot. I thought California was supposed to have perfect weather.
Yeah. It's like, you got all the weathers in California.
Oh man, I said winter there. Ah, made that one. I'm 50%. Riverside, California, desert. That'll do it.
How's it sound, guys? Obviously, we changed it. Quality looks better. That's weird. It's on my head. It's stuck in me. Let's see. So now, obviously, the sound is coming from the phone. So before we have a little mic here above me, that was the sound. Now it's coming from the phone. So hopefully, it's not horrible. Get out of the way so you can see Sean. Got the phone plugged in. Guess that's the only problem with sitting like this. We have both the chairs right in front of the two handles.
That's alright, I swapped ends a little bit ago. That might move to the other seat.
That's why I put the other seat.
Yeah, right. I'm just rounding out my reins right now.
Working on tongs. We have a few different pair of quick tongs. Greetings from Ireland, Stumpy McGavin. So, quick tongs. You can buy these pretty inexpensively. I got 5 pairs for I think $50 or so. They just come laser cut, and then you have to forge them yourself and put them together. I'm going to throw these in the forge in a minute, but I'm working on my pickup tongs right now, or scroll tongs. So this is what I'm working on. These are Sean's. He's working on a pair of flat jaws. Greetings from Ireland.
See what I mean? It's way louder out there. Was it? I wonder what that was for. If you're looking for a good set right now, again, I don't know. Dustin's don't seem to have a brand on them. I got mine from Ken's Custom Irons. They're basically identical to the ones that he has, but they're a laser cut set of 5 for sub $60, and it covers most of what you might need. I'd say for knife making specifically, you might want something a little different than what's there. Chris, we're making tongs. Dustin is making sort of, what are these called?
Pickup tongs or scroll tongs?
Pickup tongs, scroll tongs. They look like this. And then I'm making a set of flat jaw tongs. It's taken me a long time to make mine. I got my set probably a year and a half ago. I think it was Christmas before the pandemic. Maybe even longer than that. Might have been a half years ago. But I'm just now getting around to making the last one. And then I'll have no excuses.
Is Tyrell still here? Look at him. It's Irish and English, roughly translated. Son of a Smith. Nice. Stay safe and wash your hands. Right on. I like that. I'm in O'Hara, so. O'Hara.
I just closed the gap a little. So I just heat up the very tips and then just tap them a little so it's kind of farther close. I figured I'd give it a try, see if it works.
Brown bar stuff out here. I've actually planned. I saw it was here before, and then used like horizontal controls around.
Yeah, see now it's got a good grip on it. It's not just barely.
Good afternoon, Jill Atherton. Great to see you. Good to see you here. How's it going? All right, how's the sound, guys? Obviously, not obviously, but if you're joining us, I had Bluetooth audio on. It was right above us. It's probably a little bit better. I had to switch over to my phone audio because my phone was dying and I had to plug it in. And it's an iPhone 11, so it doesn't have a headphone jack anymore. Just a light.
Come back over here. Afternoon, Jill. Reset it sounds okay. Get out of the way so you can all see what Dustin's doing. Glad to hear the connection got better. We ended up connecting his phone to my phone's hotspot and then put my phone, I don't know, 4 feet away, but direct line of sight to the sky.
I wonder, when I switched off of the audio and I plugged in my phone, the connection got better.
You know?
So I wonder if it has something to do with that.
Power usage, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's doing a lot. It's recording video, streaming it live elsewhere.
Something out for a little phone. Clear sound and vision, nice.
I still don't know why the
Yeah, as long as the sound works and it works on the phone. It's not great, like I've done it downstairs in the basement, it's not great, but I guess it's better than crappy video.
I don't know why the lav mic didn't work. Like that should have. Even through that, because it's like a powered mic. It's
Right.
got both settings, but
Alright, so I'm going to draw out my reins a little bit, just a little bit longer and also around the corners. And then, what do we got? That's not right.
what's not right?
I started streaming 28 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not right.
75:53. On finishing these reins and then call it a live stream. Now I'm drinking a Harpoon Big League. Big hops.
I'm drinking seltzer because it's just now 1 o'clock and I have the rest of my day to be a functioning human. No.
You got like 50 pounds on Sean, so
Probably more practice drinking too.
I also have an 11-year-old daughter. Self-sufficient.
Mine is 6 and 16 months.
Right.
The only reason I'm here now is because the 16-month-old is napping and the 6-year-old is at a day camp.
Yeah. So Drew, thank you. Drew said it sounds great up close, a little softer when you're back in the Smithy, right? That's good. Just the reading on the breathalyzer. Not high enough. Not to slow me down. Richard Robbins says, I'd really like to see you forge a really nice tomahawk. Richard, that was actually one of the things I thought about doing today, was to do a folded tomahawk. So basically folding around and forge welding. I could do that. I'm not sure that my forge would get up to forge welding temps, which is the problem. So that's the only issue with that. I mean, obviously, if I close everything off, and it might get better inside, and I can turn on both burners. Right now, we just have the front burner on, just because we're, working with the front. It burns less gas, so it's fine. But yeah, harpoon. But that was one of the things I want to do like a folded. I need to build a new forge. I need to build a self-contained forge, maybe propane tank forge, one that's got that 20 inches of depth, 18 inches of depth, but I can do better. I gotta build something that can get up to better forge welding temps. This works fine for blacksmithing, but not for forge welding.
And I have a similar forge. It's what, one brick less long. So my length is 1.5 bricks, and his is 2 bricks. And I have a Frosty T-burner, and just based off of what I'm seeing today, it looks like my Frosty T-burner probably gets a little hotter than this. But again, it's a smaller cavity, so that might be part of it. I don't know. I think it actually comes down to the types of fire bricks we're using. These are not soft fire bricks, they're hard. And I don't think they give us enough insulation qualities to really hold in the heat. I think we're losing too much from the bricks. We don't have a breathalyzer, then we'd have to know what we're what we're at. I don't think I've ever found those handles to be too short.
Right. So 7. Right now it's just short of 7. So
yeah, I've got
out to 7.5 or 8.
You want to mark it on your anvil? Mark it on your anvil.
What's this? What is that dimension? From this corner to this corner.
It's 9. 8.5.
I guess that's 8.5. So I can just go. So I can go 8. You just mark me at that 1/2 inch. Right. Kind of like that. Is Frosty a person?
Yeah. Pretty active on iForge Iron. And you can find some instructions. You can actually, I did a couple of build videos for the Frosty T-burner over on my channel, which is Crafting Life I Want. For all of you watching, if you want to go over there and subscribe, it'd be great. Also, the Home Built Forges group on Facebook has some really great people in there that will, like if you post a video, not necessarily a YouTube video, but just a video of what your burner is doing, they'll give you a lot of useful advice on kind of what to tweak. For 3. Just means I'm not drinking enough, right?
Man cave, who cares exactly?
Alright.
I like the man cave as an outdoor Smithy.
So now I'm drinking New Belgian Summer Bliss Tropical Wheat.
It's the reason why we're joking about hitting the trash can in the back corner is on the 1-year anniversary of our podcast. I had my brothers Drew and Derek joined us with Devin, and we actually had a table that right now the computer's on is right here in between. And we had the 4 of us sitting around the table recording the podcast out here.
You were in the Smithy missing that many? God, you guys are bad at this game.
They all miss. That's why I kept saying miss, brick, strike. But like throwing beer cans and whatever else, we were drinking back. Missed a lot. We were also drinking a lot. See you on your element. Nice. AOC Uncut. I appreciate that, Chris. I really like that as well. I wish that. I should say. I should just do this more often. Make it like a weekly thing or a bi-monthly thing, and just do a live stream because I love chatting with people. That's like the better thing. That's what I want to do. I haven't missed yet. Drew said he only shot not looking. He did, Kev. You were
just because you can't see doesn't mean you're not looking.
And you were closest, right? Yeah, you were closest. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I'll do that. Mine are done at this point, but
let's see. Everything's hooked in. That's plugged in. This doesn't need to be plugged in anymore. Could bring. Let's see, bring you guys around. A little behind the scenes. Oh, what's going on up here?
I can't see it yet, so I can't tell you how you're pointing.
Yeah. Move this out of the way. This doesn't need to be here anymore, but it can be up here like that. Let's see. My granddaughter. Oh, Genesis, what's going on? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Genesis.
Everybody. Hey.
That's a fun name.
That is. I love it. I guess I'd probably get a little closer than that, but this will work for now. Here we go. Get you here. A little closer to the anvil. Now you can all criticize my hammering technique. Right now, again, I'm just working on drawing the reins out some. Using a 2-pound cross-beam hammer with a rounded face. I rounded this when I got it. Cleaned up the cross beam and made it a little bit narrower, a little bit broader, so it wasn't so sharp. Working on the Chayo 130-pound Chayo anvil. Actually, let's do that. I'll move it a little bit so we can see both of them. There we go. Now we can see both anvils from a little closer up. That's in the face, but not bad. It is what it is.
Oh, I want to make these smaller.
Closer together.
Yeah, I find I never use this. opened them up for a reason. I think it was a specific reason that doesn't exist anymore.
Right. Even that the ability to hold smaller stuff. You can also hold bigger stuff. Drew called you Butterfingers. Chris Schaefer, you'll be all right. Noodles Jefferson, yep. Dust in the Wind, good one. Angelo from Italy, how's it going, man? And what do we got? Edwin Horse Guy, Mountain Man, Crash 15Y. What's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you here. I dropped one right after him. Did I drop one too? What? He said I dropped it after you. I guess I did. What? I dropped something.
You dropped before I did. You dropped your tongues on, and then right after I dropped one.
Yeah, you dropped these, and then I brought over this one, and I dropped them.
No, I dropped one of these. You weren't watching, but I dropped one of these on the ground. Because these were too big, and I couldn't pick it back up.
All right. You all see me here. Should be able to. Crouching. There we go. Let's see here.
Your hammering woke up my twin girls. Now they're asking why two men drinking beer and hammering on iron, and they sell your red knickers.
They're asking why. You should be asking why not. Why aren't we all out and having drinking beers?
CRV2 that was just some scrap steel after I cut out some knives that were a knife I made for some friends of ours, and then another knife that I intend to make in the future. I figured I would just, at this point, maybe just forge it into a small paring knife with a rat tail tang.
Oh, nice. You can make a little blacksmith knife too if you draw the tang out. Just do a
Yeah, I could. But at some point, I have to actually make a knife that is used in my kitchen. Huh?
That would work. Chris says, surprising how much the camera moves with each hammer blow. That is surprising. How much the camera moves.
Probably because it's resting against the base now, isn't it?
No, it's not on it. It's just on the ground. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. I never what you said. I remember.
I was surprised you didn't comment on that one.
I didn't hear what you said. I was like, read something or other. Then pick us. Try not to have my butt hanging out. Tell. Let's do this. Too many irons in the fire. Never too irons in the fire. Massachusetts. That's the goal, right? Is to get more iron in the fire, so then you can actually work while one is heating.
Okay. That's only you have the endurance to constantly work.
Right. One thing I actually took from Mareko Malmasi when he was working on his video was on a blacksmith knife that he made. Going through the steps, he talked about how all your major movement of your steel happens when your steel's hotter. But when it's cooled down, or as it turns back to black, you can still all do your planishing, which is all like the surface flattening, right? So you work on the major movement when it's hot, and then as it starts to cool, then work on planishings, right? So you get your like movement of steel, and then you flatten that surface. Just love it when I'm talking to you guys and my head is cut off. Nelly and Nikki, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Nelly and Nikki say, hello, Mr. Redknickers. We would like to say thank you, because after watching your show, our dad decided to make us both bushcraft knife. Thank you, huge hugs from Nelly and Nikki. That's awesome. That's one of the coolest things about the YouTube channel is like the amount of feedback I get in the comments and stuff, and a lot of people are take inspiration and have done stuff and made knives and started, doing tool restoration or started collecting axes. And the longer we have the channel, the more that happens, right? So since we've been around chance to, you know, inspire some people enough so that they've actually been inspired and then gone on to create, you know, different businesses based off of things they were inspired by watching our channel, which is super humbling. So thank you for commenting and participating and hanging out. It really makes a difference, and it's what, you know, it's the fun part of running a YouTube channel, is being part of the community. You're getting close. I was looking at the wrong line. Actually, I was looking at this. I'm thinking this, and then I realized that I was actually almost to that first line. So. Question from Chris. He's asking why the hammer blows sound different. It's a combination of all those things, Chris. So different anvils, different hammers, and different type of steel that we're handling over. Same type of steel, but just different, you know, different size steel. So it's all about the sound of the hammer going through the steel and into the anvil. So this is a heavier, and this is a lighter anvil. It's 125, 130 pounds. So this is going to sound different. Heavier, and it's sitting a little bit more solidly on that stump, so it's not, there's no ring to it. I have a couple magnets this is it. That's with the magnets on. Here it is with the magnets off. Huge, huge difference. Magnets help to quiet that brake, so that's one of the reasons why you're hearing it. It's mostly the anvil, really, that's creating that sound. But yeah, combination.
That's also why you'll see a lot of anvils with like chains wrapped around their bases. Yep. Those chains aren't doing anything other than decreasing the amount of ring you get.
Yep. Adding more weight, but really just, yeah, closing that ring down. And, yeah, so again, it's all those things together. All of those make the sound different. Jennifer asked about the stumps. I have 2 stumps here. This one's actually buried underground about 3 or 4 inches. This one's just sitting on top. This one I got from a guy near my parents' house, not too far from us here in northern Baltimore County. It was just laying out on the side of his road, so I stopped by one day. My dad stopped by one day and asked if he could have it. He said sure. So I'll show you the other side of it. The other part of it. So there were 2 parts. There's the other part right there. My cooler sitting on top. You can see that's probably, I don't know, like maybe 40, 42 inches more of stump. So I cut this one here from that. And that one's buried underground. This one is just sitting on top. And then I have one back here, which has my post vise attached to it. That was just sitting on top as well. So it's all a work in progress. One of those things that we're always doing, always working on. Always working and making different things, different size hammers. Yep.
Hour and 40, it's 104 minutes, 105 minutes.
control tongs. Obviously need to drill out the hole and rivet them together. That's what I'm going to do. But we're not going to do that on camera. I'm going to finish up the reins and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And we'll call it a day. It's a little bit more than an hour and a half. It's been fun hanging out, chatting a little bit in the middle of the day here on Friday. Hey, hello.
Hi. Are you filming yourself?
We're live streaming currently.
Okay.
How are you?
Are we allowed to talk?
Sure, yeah. Oh, nice. You guys came over. Sorry. I was trying to figure out who you were. I'm glad you guys chatted. That's great.
Alright, so Dustin is dealing with some unexpected arrivals. This is how my flat jaw tongs turned out. I narrowed out the tips a little bit, which you can see are a little uneven. I'll grind those flush once they are together. But from here, we'll get the hole drilled and then rivet them, and then I'll do some evening up. So like they're still not even this direction. That's because the flat jaws are just a little wider than the double thickness of the metal. So I'll just shift both of them over a little bit so that they're in line with the other one. Actually, I might do that now before I drill the hole. That'll be my last step. But my reins are all drawn out, kind of rounded over. But yeah, pretty happy with how they're turning out.
Dustin will be back in a minute. Glad you're enjoying it, Jennifer. From Alberta.
my tongs. These are the slotted tongs that are great for round bar. I actually tightened these up a little bit just so I could grab hold of specifically the flat jaws of the ones I've been working on. But I've been noticing lately that they just weren't quite sized correctly for what I wanted them to do. So hopefully those will work better for me. Should be done with those for now. And then these are my I can't remember which ones these were called. Let's see here. I think these are the V-bit tongs. And these ones I also tightened up today. I don't know what I was thinking when I made these, but they were excessively large and weren't holding on to the majority of the things that I was working with. But that's one of the advantages of being a blacksmith, is that you get to adjust things as needed. It's probably been my favorite part of getting into the world of metalwork, is that now if something breaks or you need something or anything like that, nothing is off the table as far as what your capabilities are concerned. Actually, just this past Thanksgiving, we unexpectedly canceled all of our travel plans. So last minute, I was trying to come up with some way to cook a turkey that was interesting. So I ended up frying it, but I didn't buy an actual turkey fryer. I had a giant pot, so I didn't have anything to let the turkey out. So I had a grate at the bottom, and I just forged a bit of steel into something that would hold on to the grate, which allowed me to lift it up and pull it out. Which, you know, I think I started blacksmithing 2 or 3 years ago. Before that, it wasn't even on the table. Like, I just would have been on Shit's Creek without a doubt.
those are done for today. At least for the live stream. I'm just tossing one of these sides in the back of the fire just for a minute. I'm gonna try straighten it. My tips are pretty even, but the one's misaligned a little bit, so I'm gonna try and straighten them up. And then I'll probably stop there because once I get it all riveted together, it might change anyway. So
yeah, I did notice I did the like final shaping and like that last bit of alignment once they were riveted together, because that's a non-precise.
Right, exactly. Because it's gonna and the chance that it changes anyway after you get it going. Like once you rivet it together, the chance that things are gonna get funky shape anyway. And I'm gonna drill it and rivet it, so it shouldn't change a ton. But yeah. And these also come with rivets, which is nice.
Yeah, the Ken's custom irons do as well.
So
What size are those rivets? It
looks like 3/16 maybe. So these come with a little bag of rivets, not one for each pair. 2, 4, 6, 7. Came with 2 extra. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Danny Gallant, how's it going? Let's see what we got. Magic. Person the other day is just thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're going to finish up this one side. Looks like it's pretty close. Once I finish that, we're going to finish the live stream, but I really appreciate it. Let's see what we got. Anybody else? What do you use for those? Richard, man, I appreciate that. I don't know. I would say if the amount of views didn't matter as much as they do, obviously, I would do a lot more axe videos. Now, axe restoration, axe handling videos, they do get good views, but I like to keep, variety of things. That's why I don't do them as often. But I love axes. I love restoring them. The amount of axes that I actually hang and restore and sharpen is, for every one video I do at least 6 or 7 axes. So there's a bunch that I don't do in the videos, and I'd like to do more. But I also got to keep some variety in the channel, so that's why I don't do so much.
getting a rifle. Hammer. No, don't do that.
So that's the scroll tongs or pickup tongs. I drew the reins out to about, that's still hot. What's that? It's a little too hot to hold the boss without actually cooling more. The boss is, I was just pinching it, but never mind. I can feel the carrier. So there you can see, there are the tongs. I shaped you see they have to actually come bend in and up to meet together. So I worked on that. That's what I was tightening up, and I'll finish that up once I get these riveted together. Then I'll finish that up to make sure those work well, and I'll make sure they're pinching nice and tight at the tip. The one pair is the one side is a little bit longer, and has a little bit of a crack in it from fish lipping. So that's like when you hammer the end, it gets a little these kind of fish lips at the end. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'll probably grind and smooth them out. So I got plenty of distance there to be able to do that. Maybe lose about 1/4 of an inch or so, and that should work out fine. But there you go. I drew those reins out and also rounded the corners, or I at least chamfered the corners, so they're a little softer in your fingers. And this is my left hand. There is a left and a right side, depending on which side you overlap, depending on what hand you are. So I'm obviously always going to be holding tongs, almost always in my left hand. Obviously with scroll tongs, you might actually grab something and spin them this way, but you want them kind of tapered down with your fingers. So I always do my overlapping, I don't know how to say that, but left hand oriented, because I'm right-handed. All right, let's see what we got. Glad to tune in. Danny, Glenn, thank you for hanging out. Chris, always a pleasure. Drew, brother, it's good to have you here. Robin, Richard, I'm sorry. Flippin' Zippo. Chris Schaefer and Chris Casebolt. Thank you guys so much. Jennifer, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been fun hanging out with you guys today. Try to do this a little more often, especially during the summer when we just have like vacations and stuff, so we ended up not doing as many videos. We have 2 videos already finished to film. So we got 2. We have Drill Doctor. Yeah, we have 2 finished to film. We have the Viking axe. We have the axe sling, and then Devin and I are working on the new video right now. Post that to Instagram. That's the toy box. So we got a couple videos in the works. They should all be coming out. Stay tuned. Go check out Sean, Crafting Life I Want. Everyone, his video, his channel, and you guys all enjoy the day.
Thanks, everyone.
There we go. A little better.
I know. I'm too
trying to
tall
crouch
to be
down.
on camera in the Smithy.
All right, guys. It's been a blast. Thanks. See you later.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend.